Hey guys, it is Thursday. I think it's September 7th. I don't know. I lose track of the dates. Like, I'm so used to working all the time. And so being on a medical leave, I'm like, what's the date? Excuse me, what's the date again? So I think it's the 7th. So, went to my plastic surgeon today. Actually saw Dr. Tran last week. I saw Cody, her nurse practitioner, and he's a good dude. I like Cody. So I was telling my mom, I'm like, one of the things that you'll notice when you go to a teaching hospital is that there's a lot of residents, right? Like, so they're baby doctors and they're learning. And I'm all about learning. Like, we have baby nurses and we have to, involve them and teach them too. So, I was expecting to see Cody, which is Dr. Tran's nurse practitioner today. So the door knocks and, I can hear a voice say, "Hey, good morning." So I thought it was Cody walking in, and here comes this, he is probably like, I don't know, 25-year-old resident that walks in. They all look like they're like just fresh out of high school. But they're not, because they've obviously gone to medical school and, they're doing their residency. So probably closer to 30, but they look like they're 25. So he walks in, and of course, sorry, AJ, but it would be a cute one. Which was actually honestly the first cute resident that I've had. Like, most of them are kind of nerdy, which is fine. Like, no big deal. So he's like, "Okay, I have to examine you." And I was like, so I was laughing with my mom. I'm like, it's not bad, like, showing the nerdy ones, like, where you've had this surgery and you kind of like, I'm less Frankensteinish, but still Frankensteinish. But like, it was really awkward, like, having to show this to like some little 20-something-year-old cute little boy. And so, and actually I can call him a cute little boy because I'm probably old enough to be his mother. So anyway, he was great. Very, very sweet. And everything is going well for me. Like, the only thing I've noticed is that on my right hand side, kind of like mid breast expander, whatever you want to call it, because I have a breast now, that the expander's underneath there, like going into my armpit, it's like really, really super sore, like really sore. I'm not sure why. I'm guessing that it's because I'm right-handed and I use my right hand like all day long. And so it's probably just the muscles getting used to it, and there's still some swelling there. So I'm like, well, I think what I'll do is I'll probably just start putting some ice on it. That'll probably help. So all of my dressings got changed. They took the Pico little wound vac thing off of the right side. Incision is healing really, really well. They were really super happy about that. So I was like, yay, I get to get rid of that. Oh, let me tell you the story behind this too. So as this little baby resident comes in, and he was like, "How are things going?" And I was like, "Dude, you got to take the Picos off today." I'm like, I'm not getting any sleep. My husband's not getting any sleep. I'm like, the left one literally is compressing like every 6 seconds. And that is not an exaggeration, because I timed it. I hear this zhink, 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 zhink all night long. And so does AJ. I go, I know you're not going to understand this. I go, but it's like when you are a breastfeeding mom and you have a breast pump on, and it's like constantly just like getting the milk out. Like, I've told several people, I'm like, I feel like it's like milking the cow, but there's nothing to milk. But what it does is it basically is like a vacuum, and it pulls the blood flow up to where the incisions are and helps things to heal better. So it does work. I mean, there is a purpose to it. It's just freaking annoying. So I was telling him, I was like, "You got to promise me one thing, dude." And he kind of looks at me, it's funny when they don't know you, right? I was like, "We got to get rid of the Picos today." I go, "And if we don't get rid of them, I'm going to jump you in the hallway." And he looks at me, and I'm like, "I'm just kidding. Like, I'm not going to beat you up or anything." So Anyway, I did progress. So no Pico on this side. They decided not to take the stitches out. So the stitches are still there. I have a dressing on this side. So, but it's like, it's just weird because I do feel pain. Like when they were taking the dressings off, I could have punched them because it really does. It sticks to your skin and it hurts. But like if you were just to touch me there, I feel some pressure and some sensation, but not a lot. I mean, because they cut through the nerves. So it's kind of weird. It's like there's the expander is there and like what we're creating is there, but it doesn't really feel like anything is there, if that makes sense. And then the muscles, like just like from here over, are just really, really sore. And it does feel tight. So I'll probably, like I said, I'll probably start to use some ice on there. So my left side has a one little area where it's not healing the way that they like for it to heal. So I have to have the Pico on that side. And I can't remember if I showed you what it looks like. So I'm not going to show you my chest. So don't freak out. Give me 1 second here. My tank top, I have one of these mastectomy tank tops, and so they have like little pockets inside it to hold your drains and all that stuff. So this is what the Pico looks like. It looks like just like a little pager. Okay, I got worried for a second because I didn't see it blinking. So like where it says okay, that tells me that it's on. And this one is not doing it every 6 seconds. I haven't like heard it making any noise. I have felt it a couple times, doing the suction thing. So I don't know, maybe the one I had last week was like a defective one, because the other one, the right one, was like this one, like totally normal, like every, maybe every minute or couple minutes it would go off. But that one was like constant. And in fact, like we went to back to school night. So I have, both Picos. Then I had like my drains, right? So like the whole front of me is like not like a normal woman's shape at all. It's like you could tell that there's all this junk there. And I was telling Peyton, I was like, and then the Picos were like the one was making noise. It was like constantly like grinding. And I'm like, I told her, I go, your teachers are probably like, what the heck is your mom? Like what's wrong with your mom? So anyway, at least you're not hearing that 24/7. So AJ, if you're watching this, maybe we could actually get some sleep tonight and not have to listen to the like. I got up last night to use the restroom at like 2:00 in the morning, and it woke him up too. And he goes, I couldn't even fall back asleep because that stupid thing was going off. And I was like, I couldn't fall back asleep either because all I could hear was, and I was trying to put it underneath the covers, underneath my pillow, my mastectomy pillow, but whatever. So I got this one little area that's not healing the way that that Dr. Tran would like. I did look at it, and I can see it's like a little discolored. It doesn't look like it's healing the way that where it should be. So I will see her again in a week, and I'm still got quite a bit of fluid, not horrible amounts, but I still have fluid coming out of my JP drains. So I still have those. Yay. And actually, honestly, the drains don't even bother me. Like they're not a big deal. The Picos are what is annoying. Because they're heavy and you bend over to try to grab something and it's like, they're falling. And sometimes I can, because they've got a little adapter on the back, sometimes I'll attach them to my bra and have them up here. So I'll have like two walking around like this. And you can see there's little bit of dressing. And so it attaches to a tube. And there's actually a dressing that's on here. And so this, like the vacuum part goes through this little dressing here. And it just pulls the blood flow and helps with the blood flow. So, and it's supposed to help with the healing. So prayers that will take care of this. So that it can it can heal. I just sent her a message and said, I forgot to ask you, because every time they replace these dressings, I want to just like jump out of my skin. I really just want to jump out. So when she came in the room, I was still reeling from all of the dressings being taken off, and my brain kind of went out the window. So I wanted to know, like, this dressing that we did over here, like, is this something that I change every day? Do I change it every couple days? Like, what do you want me to do with that? And then I had to ask the coffee question. Like, they told me, like, no coffee before surgery and no coffee after surgery. And I'm like, okay, how long are we doing the no coffee thing? And I will tell you, I did have coffee today. I went and had coffee with my friend John Belli from Fresno PD afterwards, because my doctor's right down there, and I have not seen him in person since I got diagnosed, like since before chemo. So I was like, I have to see my people. And then actually the coolest part was we were walking to Starbucks to go get a coffee, and my friend Erica, who went through car seat class with me, was driving by and starts yelling at me out the window. And I was like, who is this late? Like, who is this late? Like, I totally did not recognize her. And John's like, it's Erica. And then she like pulled over, and I was like, oh my God, it's Erica. So we have our group of friends that went through the car seat class together. And I call us, like, we're the weirdos, because we are weird. But I got to see her today too. So that was really, really super cool. So, I mean, otherwise things are going well, and, you know, I'm just kind of going with the flow. Like, tomorrow is going to be weird. Like, I have no appointments, but I am going to hopefully go see a special friend, tomorrow, and, hopefully we will do a video, together. If all works out. So I'm not going to say anything on this, who that special friend is, because I don't want to jinx it. But hopefully I'll be able to go see that special friend tomorrow, because I desperately need to see her sort of break out of the chemo jail. And then I guess the other exciting thing is I am going to church this weekend. I have not been to Mass since chemo started, because I did not want to expose myself to anything during that time period. And so our deacon has been amazing. My priest has been amazing. I've been emailing him, and he's been praying with me, and you probably saw the videos and the pictures that they both came to when I rang the bell, and I, like, seriously could not have done this without them. Like, could not have done it. They're just incredible men. And Father Byron, I say, is like, it's my version of Jesus on earth. I just love him. So I am going to go to Mass. I'll wear a mask. I won't touch anybody. I'm going to sit by myself, but I'm going to church, guys. Like, I need this. And I need to go thank God in person for the fact that, you know, I'm cancer free. So yay for that. Like, I'm excited for that. And actually I had a conversation with a lady yesterday. She was getting her chemo, and we were just kind of talking about just things. And so I was telling her, I was like, yeah, I couldn't have done this without, you know, my priest and my deacon. And I said, the deacon, he was the only one literally that I allowed to see me. He would come in, wear a mask. We wore a mask. He'd pray with us, give me communion, and off he went to his, you know, the other people that he would see. And I did not see, like, anyone. A couple times I met Lindsay, my boss, outside to get we exchanged paperwork. But that was really it. No one else was allowed in our house. Like, you weren't. Like, I had to really protect myself. And so I was sharing with her, like, it's just really having that spiritual connection is really, really super important. And she's Greek Orthodox, so there's some similarities between Catholicism and Greek Orthodox. They have a priest too, and I was like, sister, I'm like email your priest, like call your priest, like they need to know what's going. Like she hasn't even told them what's going on. I'm like, they need to know what's going on. Let them connect with you. Let them be there to pray with you and to walk this journey with you, because there's going to be many times, I don't care how strong your relationship is with God, in whatever form that you, or your higher power, whatever form that you acknowledge them, that liaison person, like there's times where you doubt that. There was times where I doubted, and especially that first weekend, I mean, my mom can tell you and AJ can tell you, I was like, I cannot do this. I cannot do this. That first weekend of chemo, it was terrible. I was in so much pain, and I was, if I hadn't had the people that kept me connected to God through this, I probably would have given up a long time ago. And the people that I see, the women that I see that have that connection, that no matter what their results are, good or bad, like they're just more hopeful through it. And that's not a judgment of anyone. It's not. It's just, that's just the observation that I've seen. So for me personally, need to go into my place of worship, and which is a very special place for me anyway. It's where we got married. It's where our children were baptized. There's just such a specialness about this. I don't think Father Byron is going to be there because I think he's on vacation. But at least I can know that I was there, and slowly start to work back towards those things that bring me joy, those things that create normalcy for me. So, pretty good day. I got one pup on one side, the other pup on the other side laying down, and I'm gonna rest for a little bit. My son should be home shortly for his lunch, so I'll have a few minutes with my son and rest. So I wish you all a good day. God bless, and we're moving in the right direction, guys. Moving in the right direction, which is awesome. Love you all.